Hey guys, Rodney Walker here with Grant Center USA, and I want to continue our discussion about, is grant writing for me? I know you may be wondering if it's for you, but I want to address that, and I want to make sure that I cover some of the topics of what actually takes place with a grant writer. Like, what are some of the things that a typical grant writer does, and what does it do for a nonprofit, so that you can really kind of assess to see if this is a field that really is good for you, or if this is really a skill that is good for you at where you're at and where you're trying to go. So, is grant writing for you? As I said in the earlier video, if you haven't had a chance, go back and check that out. But I addressed, there's only one person that can really answer if grant writing is for you. And yes, that's you. So is grant writing for you? And what is actually involved? Let me talk to you about this for a second. What is involved in a typical grant writer's life? What do they have to do with the nonprofit organization that they're working for? Of course, there is a bottom line goal, and that goal is quite simple. The goal is to secure funds. So at the essence of it and the core of what a grant writer really does, it really boils down to the fact that a grant writer is a fundraiser. Yes, I said it. They are a fundraiser. They're raising funds. But not only are they raising funds, and this is where you kind of got to get a sense, is it really for you? I like to use the expression that a grant writer is really a friend raiser, because at the end of the day, people are given to people. And so a part of the role and responsibility that a grant writer has is to actually go about raising friends. Now, they raise friends in different ways. It just happens to be that some of their friend raising and fundraising is taking place in the form of writing. And they're putting together a proposal to share a message with a potential funder, someone who's likely to give monies to a charitable cause or to a project that they really believe in. And you're putting that message before them on paper. So what does it look like for a typical grant writer? A typical grant writer is doing research. A typical grant writer is doing writing. They're writing proposals. They're writing letters of inquiries. They're writing letters to prospective funders. They are knocking on doors. They are literally seeking funds, and they're seeking funds that could possibly go to a charitable endeavor that will connect and really resonate with someone who has a similar care and concern, or organization that has already stated, yes, emphatically, this is what we want to fund. So a part of what a fundraiser's day looks like, it looks like research. It looks like writing. It looks like seeking. It looks like kind of like investigating. And it looks like searching out where the money is. And then once that money is identified, literally knocking on the door with a proposal to possibly get funded. That's the big picture of what a typical grant writer's experience will look like. And what you've got to ask yourself now is that something that you think that you could, is that something that you think that you could be good at? Okay? Is that something that you think that you could be good at? And is it something that you think that you would enjoy? Now, I tell people that if you can write an 8 to 10 page paper for college, then it's a real good chance that you can do grant writing. Now, again, hopefully you like to write. And if you don't love to write, hopefully you at least have a liking to it, because you're going to have to do some writing with this. You have to do research and all those other things. But you also have to remember that there is a relational aspect that's also really, really important. So is grant writing for you? I don't know. But I do know this. I do know it can be quite rewarding, especially if you enjoy helping out people, and especially if you enjoy taking knowledge, taking information of a program and translating that into a format that can be sat before somebody that could really invite them and provoke them to wanting to to give to a cause that's important. And that's a part of the proposal part. It's a part of the process of proposing to an agency, and really it's almost like making a case. So let me tell you this, from my experience, it's almost like when I'm doing grant writing, I feel like I almost get an opportunity to kind of be like a lawyer, because again, I'm trying to make a case. And the case that I'm trying to make is a case for why this funder may want to strongly consider giving our organization funding, because there is a match between their interests of what they say they want to fund and what they want to do, and what I can provide and what our organization can provide in terms of carrying out what they've already stated that they want to do. Is this making sense? I'm hoping it is, and I'm hoping that you're seeing that the role of a grant writer is bigger than just writing some words down on paper. It really is. There's a, I won't say sales, but for lack of a better word, I will just say it for now. It's selling or presenting in the best possible light what your project is about or what your endeavor is about, and laying it out in a way that's intelligent, that makes sense, that a person can listen to and say, okay, great, I know what this organization is about, and I can clearly see what they're trying to do and what they're proposing to do, that it makes sense. So can you lay out that kind of a story? And if you can't right now, it's because maybe you don't have the knowledge and the experience and the expertise to know what that's supposed to look like. And that's something that you can learn in a grant writing certification program or a grant writing training program. But what I'm trying to address right now, and I got other videos that talk about what a grant writing certification piece looks like. If you haven't seen that, go check that out. But just know right now, in terms of is it for you, only you can answer that. And you got to ask yourself those questions that I just kind of laid out, those different things of what a grant writer does. Does that resonate with you? Is that something that you think you can get excited about? Is that something that you think that you could do a good job on? And if so, if you enjoy helping people, enjoy helping organizations, and can put words down on paper and convey your thoughts and research, then maybe grant writing is for you. Now, I have another video that I did where I tell my story. It's really called like the road to getting funded. And I share in great details what my experience was like. And so you may be interested in even going and checking that out and hear my extensive journey that I went on to learning this valuable, what I consider a very, very valuable and very marketable skill. So in my next video that I'm going to do, I'm going to share more about is grant writing for you? And I want to share with you how this skill can make you highly marketable in a number of ways. So keep an eye out for that video. Until then, remember, I want you to be brave, be bold, and be brilliant. Remember, take charge.